I feel like this has to do with somebody craving or like wanting something new. Somebody has like a taste for something new, but maybe you don't know exactly what it is, or maybe you don't know exactly what direction to go to meet that. Like, I feel like somebody is craving or what is that? It's like somebody wants something. Whoops. Deeper than the surface, or that has no limits on something. I feel like whoever this is, every time you get something or every time you get somewhere, it doesn't quite meet your expectations or something like this. Somebody's like, it's never enough. Like, these all have caps on them. Like, I need something that's unlimited or something like this. What I'm getting as in like an example is somebody's like checking out different things or scoping out something, and like they're all okay, but they're all missing one factor, or they all have something that you don't really care for, is what I'm getting. I feel like somebody could be like job or apartment hunting, or like house hunting, something like that. Really, I feel like somebody's on the search for like a life. Basically, I feel like somebody is like going through their different options. What can they be? What can they do with their life at this point? Like, what are their options, basically? I feel like somebody feels left out or left behind, either from like the community, your friend group, your age group, or something like this. But somebody's like, damn, everybody else is in love, everybody else is having a family, everybody else is getting married, everybody else has whatever the fuck, like the job of their dreams, or like they're also like could be something with their body. I feel like somebody's friends is getting work done on their body, and somebody else is like, damn, I want to do that too, but I don't know what's stopping somebody, but I feel like they're like reaching for it, but they're not grabbing it. But something is like right here, and like you could grab it, but you're just kind of reaching. So which one? Also, something is like, actually, I just want one. But something is like other people are obtaining something and you haven't got it yet, or you haven't got a call back, or you haven't received something yet, or something like this. Somebody feels like they're out of time. I'm telling you, somebody feels like they're left out or left behind on something of like a group, like a friend group or peers, or like, I don't know, an age, like where everybody else is at your age, you're not doing something or something like this. I'm just trying to figure out what is the point. So, okay, so that's what you feel. So what do you want me to do about that? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, because the reading of all four cards is just giving me basically the same thing. Okay, I feel like, what's the issue? What are you waiting for, or something like this? Because I feel like whatever you want is within your reach. You're just not grabbing it, or something like this. I feel like you're supposed to stop running from something. Bro, No. That was crazy. I feel like I was just stuck there for a second. No, for real. All right. Somebody needs to stop running from something, or stop putting the blame on anything but yourself or something. Like I said, something's in reach, but somebody's not grabbing it. All right. I'm getting like, stop running from something. Stop putting the blame off on something else, on anything. Like, excuse me. I'm getting also, somebody could be putting the blame of something, excuse me, or the reason why they're not accomplishing something or doing something on like a disability. Yeah, I'm getting like somebody's blaming a disability or something like this. Which like, I feel like it can only, a disability can only limit you as much as you allow it to limit you. Like, people with disabilities beat the odds all the time. So if you're going to use that as an excuse, then so be it. But you don't have to, basically. Like, you don't have to use whatever, something as an excuse is what I'm getting. Or you shouldn't. I also feel like, stop being so quiet about something. Like, if you want something, then just get up and go get it, or something like this. Or be loud about what you want, or speak up or something like this. That's what I'm getting. Because I'm getting, somebody feels like they're running out of time, but you don't look like you in a rush. So you must not feel like you running out of time for real, or you would be in a hurry. Because somebody's just like, oh no, it's getting away from me. There's nothing I can do. Come back. Like, no, go get it. Like, bitch, this is not some dramatic movie scene. Your life is not a movie. When I say stuff like that, I want to shut the whole live down. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bruh. Yeah, because I'm getting, somebody's like, I'm invisible. I feel invisible. Well, then you better make yourself seen. You better step out on the scene, bitch. If you want to be seen, make yourself seen. Okay? Like, if you want to be heard, be fucking loud. I feel like, didn't nobody get nowhere from being quiet. Okay? Like, no. I feel like, if you ask anybody who's successful, who's created a name for themselves or something big or well-known, like, they're gonna tell you, well, I wouldn't know, but this is what I'm getting. Bitch, I'm talking like I know. I don't know, but this is just what I'm getting, okay? Because like I said right before this, I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, what are you asking me? So here it is. Okay, but like, you can't just sit in the background and expect to be the main character. You can't sit in your bedroom and just be on your phone scrolling all day expecting to have main character energy or pull the main character card when you're really acting like an extra. If you don't get up and be the main character, okay, like, that's all it is. You could do it. It's like somebody's just not doing it. Alright, I feel you. I feel like somebody's just maybe a little bit lazy when it comes down to it. Like, you could do something, you just don't feel like putting the extra effort in. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're exhausted. Great. But it's not like you don't have enough time. You just procrastinate too much to give it the time that it needs or something like that. That's what I'm getting. Don't shoot the messenger, though. Please. I feel like somebody needs to take something a little more serious if you really want it. Because I feel like the thing is like, okay, well, you have your whole life, right? And yeah, you do until you don't. You do. In 25 years, are you going to still be saying the same thing but be in the same spot because you still ain't made no moves for real? In 25 years, you're going to say, I still have my whole life ahead of me. You're right. You do. What's left of it, start making moves now. What are you waiting for? That's what I'm getting. Like, you're waiting for, it seems like somebody's waiting for somebody to come in and like kick them in the ass or something. Like, somebody is waiting for somebody to come in and give them a boost or push them or something like this. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you can't depend on nobody but yourself. Okay? So I would not be waiting around for any other motivation to come through is what I'm getting. You know what I'm getting is like somebody's really not tied down for real. You're not held captive. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're not none of that shit, right? But it's like you used to be. Something used to be going on that had you stuck and stagnant. Something used to be happening where you weren't able to make moves as freely, or you weren't able to move at all or something like this. You know what I'm saying? But the chains have been broken for a long time. Something has been lifted for a long time is what I'm getting. But it's almost like somebody keeps pulling it back over themselves. I don't know if maybe y'all seen this, but there was like this squirrel thing, or I don't know what it was, but it was like laid itself underneath a broom and just pretended to be dead, like the broom had fallen on it. That's what you're doing right now. And when somebody tried to pick the broom up, you'd be like, nah, put that shit back. Let me pretend. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to lay here. I don't want to do anything. Like, okay, well then, that's really the life you're going to be living. Honestly, I feel like somebody's just making excuses for themselves at this point. Okay? So if you feel like you've been doing a little too much procrastinating or waiting or not putting enough time or effort or focus into something, you're right. You're right. You need to get on that. I feel like somebody is trying to find something out, or they're trying to they're trying to tap into some type of intuitive guidance or something like this, and I'm getting like, but I don't understand it, or I'm not receiving something. I'm not understanding something. But what I'm getting is like you feel like you're not understanding something, or you're not getting it because you're not giving it the appropriate time and space. Like, something has to develop. If you're trying to receive like a download or a message or something like this, you have to give something time and space to develop and download. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's a download, bitch. You need some time and space. Like, because I feel like somebody's like, I'm not getting it, or it's not happening, or it's not working, or something like this, because you're not giving it enough time, and you're not giving it enough space. You're not giving it enough, like, energy, basically. It needs the right type of energy to fuel it, basically. And you're giving a lot of energy to the wrong places, to procrastination, to doom scrolling, to bed rotting, to, I don't know, binge eating, or like binge watching, I don't know what that is, like TV shows or something on TV. When you could be doing something more productive with your energy. That's what I'm getting. Another thing is, I feel like some people still feel the need to prove themselves to anybody by making things known, or like putting things out there or something like this. But the truth is like, it doesn't matter who knows what about you, or what you're like, or what you do, or what you don't do, really. Like, all that matters is what you do, and if you do it or you don't do it, and it don't matter to nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so who cares if you tell somebody somewhere or anywhere, or it doesn't matter, bitch. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say or don't say. Like, It's about you versus you. It shouldn't be about nobody else, what they think, what they see, what they hear, what they know. Like, bitch, no way. 2 came out, and one of the first cards that came out the first time just came out with it. I gotta take it. I have to. The High Priestess and the 8 of Cups. You know exactly what to do. Like, you know exactly what to do. And like, I'm getting, it's not even easy to do something by yourself, or to like, basically, people do complete these things or accomplish these things easier when they have a partner or some other type of motivation, or some type of competition or something like this. But I feel like if you're going to do something, I don't know what it is that you're trying to do, but what I'm getting is like, you have to be able and comfortable and willing to do something on your own without depending on anybody else to help you or get you through something. If you want to do it. Like, ain't nobody said that you have to. Nobody's going to force you. So, hey, yo, look. There go them feathers. Look at the feathers in her hair. Yeah? Okay. I feel like you have access to all things if you really want it. You have to align yourself to be able to open these things, but you do have access to them. Just like I said, somebody is putting their energy and time elsewhere. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't do you any good to do whatever you're doing now, or to be putting off whatever it is that you're putting off. I feel like something is undecided. The path is undecided, but you have access to it all. You have access, like, you have the option to decide, to choose. How you move forward, which way you move forward, what type of methods you want to use or something like this. How you want to go about creating something or pulling something out is what I'm getting. How you want to go about opening something up. $28. Yeah, it really comes down to somebody choosing to prioritize something. Either you want it bad enough to bring it up on your prioritization list, you know what I'm saying, to put it above other things where you've been wasting your time. I feel like there's a difference in spending your time, you know what I'm saying, and wasting your time. You spend your time where you want to. You enjoy it. You don't regret it. You waste it. It was a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, if you just decide to spend your time better, in better ways, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things would be cleared up. Because there's a lot of fog, or there's, like, a lot of haziness around something. There's a lot of question of like clarity on something. But like I said, I feel like somebody has access to that. It's just like you're filling up your energy with nonsense or something. Yeah, I feel like it's time that somebody takes care of themselves, but like seriously, somebody needs to seriously start considering something about like maybe their health or something like this. Like actually worry about your health a little bit more. And not just like your physical well-being and health, like your spiritual health too. Like, you have to have a balance. Like, it's okay. Like, we're all human. It's okay to indulge and enjoy human things. Like, that's what the human experience is for. But you have to have a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go too far or you'll get lost, basically. I also feel like maybe this has to do with somebody that was looking for something specific, right? But it's almost like what you were looking for will be found along the path that you'll be taking, right? But since you haven't made any moves toward the path that you'll eventually end up taking, like, you haven't seen that. You're just waiting around. Like I said, that's crazy. How I said earlier, like, somebody could be waiting for some type of motivation or somebody to come in and give them like a push or something like this. Yeah, whatever that is, whatever type of support that is, romantic, platonic, business, whatever the fuck. It's like you're going to find that along the path. The pathway includes that in it. But you're just sitting there waiting for it to come to you when actually you have to embark on the path to receive it. Like, yeah, so again, just encouragement to make those moves, because what are you waiting for? Obviously, that's what you're waiting for, but I just told you, like, you can't wait for that because it's not coming to you. You have to go to it. And not specifically. You can't be like, okay, well, then where is it? Like, no, how about you just embark on the path so that you can find it, because it's on the path. Like, why talk about it when you can be about it? Like, why ask about it when you can go see about it? It's that simple. And if you don't want to, then don't. Like, nobody's forcing you again. But then when you're in the same spot 25 years from now, it's like, I don't know, you don't have to take that long to have the realization that you got to start making these moves or something like this in order to acquire what you're wanting. Or you have to be serious. You have to get serious. You got to lock in. Like, you got to be consistent or something like this. You got to follow the plan or something. Like, I feel like you never follow something through all the way. Oh, hell nah. And don't let me find out it's because you be getting distracted. You be letting somebody distract you. Every time you get on this path or you start doing good, you get distracted by somebody. You get like a new little fuck buddy, or somebody comes back around from the past, or you find a new like love interest or crush or something like this, and you just be falling off the routine. It really is that easy though, for sure. For sure. It is that easy, okay? And it is that common, so yeah, you just gotta be careful of where you spend your time and energy. Basically, I'm getting like, you'll pick back up soon, you know? Hopefully ASAP, hopefully now, like yesterday. But the challenging part is that there's always some type of interruption. There's always something that slows you down or knocks you off of this routine or something like this. Knocks you off of balance. Makes you start prioritizing something different. It's almost like you have a craving or a longing. Like I said, that thing that you was waiting for or really wanting to find first, it's on the path. You got to get on the path to find it, right? I feel like that's what something is. It's like a distraction that makes you think that it is what you're looking for or what you're desiring at that time, aka whatever it is that's along that path. And then it stops you dead in your tracks before you even go to the path. It's almost like you're blinded by something because you're craving it so bad, or you're wanting it, or you feel like you're missing it. And it's like, yeah, you be like, oh, okay, I'm ready. And then boom, everything is fucked up again. That's what I'm getting. It never gets completed because there's always some type of interruption or distraction. And it always got to do with somebody else, like a person, like a being. It could be friends too. Like, it doesn't always have to be romantic or sexual or whatever the fuck. Could be friends, could be family. Look, I feel like it's okay to say no. Like, it's okay to stand on business. It's okay to stick to your schedule. It's okay to reject something or someone because you can't sway off of something that you're being consistent in. It's okay to tell people that you don't got time to go out with them or do this or do that. You don't have anything extra to give because you need it all because you're focusing it on whatever it is that you're building or creating. Like, it's okay. And that's what you're going to have to do, because if anyone else was in your position, it's almost like they wouldn't take away from whatever it is that they're creating to give to you, basically. The people that you give to, that you put your shit on pause for, they basically would not be doing the same for you. So it's time to think about you and what you want for real, what you're creating, all right? And I feel like most of the time, even, it could be like jealousy. Like, most of the time, the things that have hindered you, stopped you, or slowed you down were like fake friends, fake love, basically. Because it's like, once you trust somebody, you may trust their opinion, you may trust them to pick up certain things for you here and there, like pick up slack or fill in things, help you out, lend you an extra hand. You might expect them to be on your side, tell you the truth, be honest, you know what I'm saying, not steer you in the wrong direction out of pettiness or jealousy or whatever the case is. But I feel like a lot of times that's really what happened, is like people, they always hated you for something that was like beautiful. But this could be like your artwork, it could be like your style, it could be anything, bitch. Your skills, your talent, something like that. Yeah, something else has to be prioritized or like switched around in order for you to really get on with the shit, because enough's enough, I feel like. I'm also getting something about tracking, a tracker, or like tracking steps, tracking progress. Try new ways or something like this. I don't know. I feel like somebody needs to try a new method of tracking something, like, I don't know, somebody does something like on an app on their phone, but maybe try writing it down, or like creating something visually that you can see, that you can like have right in front of you, that's not on a screen or something like this. That's what I'm getting. Or vice versa, like if you're used to writing everything down and you want to write down everything, maybe get an app so you can track things a little bit easier if you have to write down 1,000,000+1 things. Either way it goes, there are things that you can access that will make things easier for you, that will help you, that will guide you, that will maybe even get you started on something, okay? You don't have to suffer. You don't have to do things like we're cavemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got resources now. We got the whole internet. We got all these different apps. We got all different types of shit to help you and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you need, but there's something to make it easier, I promise. You don't have to start something from scratch and try to invent something when something has already been created to make these types of things easier. Like, they're business tools. That's what I'm getting. Like, something is like business tools. Like, there's no point in taking the hard route when you don't have to. And I really feel like somebody's trying to do something original, or like come up with something on their own way or something like this. Basically, no one's saying to copy something or to be like something, but you can know about something and know how to do it and then do it your own way. Does that make sense? Like, you could know about something, have the knowledge of something, at least that way you know how to get there and accomplish something, and then just do it your own way. Put your own spin on it. Like, you don't have to do it in a uniform way like somebody else does it. That's what I'm getting. But you also don't have to recreate something from scratch. Because what I'm also getting it too is like there are different methods that you don't know about, but it's like that's what you're trying to come up with. Somebody's trying to create a method or something like this, or a process, when really it's already been created or it's already been done. I'm telling you, by the end of it, it's like you put in all this extra effort in just to find out like that's already been done. You just didn't know the proper name for it, or you just didn't know this, or you just didn't know that. That's crazy for real. But like I said, like, there's guidelines, there's blueprints, there's, I don't know, instructions, and then you can really just do what you want from it from there. I'm getting that a lot of it is really based on consistency or sticking to something, a schedule, a routine, or something like this. Not swaying off for anybody who needs you to do favors or whatever for them. Spending your time wisely. Spending your funds wisely. And completing like one thing at a time. I'm getting something about like open-ended projects or things that never get finished. Like you may start things and never finish them or something like this. I'm getting like you should try to basically discipline yourself. Like, if you know you have an issue with starting something and not finishing it because you start something else, and then you start something else, and then you start something else, then don't allow yourself to start something else until you're finished with the first one or something like this. I don't know. It comes down to, like, self-discipline, self-control, self-motivation. Yeah. It all comes down to literally the moves that you actually make. Not the moves that you want to make, not the moves that you plan to make, not the moves that you talk about making, the moves that you actually make, which as of late hasn't been much is what I'm getting. And that's why it's like you need some type of wake-up call, or you need to like get yourself in check if you really want to complete something in this lifetime or in this experience or something like this. Because I'm telling you, I don't know, something's just going to go by so fast, and it's going to be, like I said, 25, 30 years from now, you just going to be like, damn, what have I really done with my life, though? What have I really done that I wanted to do? I'm also getting, like, setting smaller goals or mild goals. I'm also getting, it's really not like rushing. It's not rushing you. It's more like encouraging you to go ahead and strategize and put it to use, basically. Like, you can buy all the supplies and the materials to create something, but until you put it together, it is only supplies and materials. Until you put that fucking bookcase together, it's just wood and screws. Just laying there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bookcase yet until you put it together. You can have everything you need and still do nothing with it, and you'll have nothing, bro. Even though you have everything. Basically, I feel like somebody is being encouraged to come up with a plan that is actually doable. Don't come up with no outrageous goals or some shit like this that you know even Superman can't fucking accomplish, bitch. Like, don't come up with some shit that's unreasonable for yourself. You should want yourself to win. You should want yourself to be successful. Really. You should want to set yourself up for success. Like, after you make one move, it's like there's 1 million or 10 million or unlimited, really. There's an unlimited amount of moves after that you could make, that you could choose to make. You know, like chess games, what's that book? I just read a book. Where's it at? Oh, it's all the way over there. It's called The Midnight Library by Matt Haig or Haig, okay? Maybe read that book. It's a good book, okay? It has a lot of chess references in it, like chess game references. But basically, if you choose not to make any moves, then you have 0 possibilities. You know what I'm saying? I feel like playtime is over or something like that. That's what I'm getting. Like, you play too much. It's time to be so fucking for real. Like, at this point, you either gonna make a move or you just not. You just not. And you know, like, yeah, you have your whole life to change your mind and start doing whatever, but let's be real, in this experience, as we get older, we can only do so much. Like, we are only physically capable of doing so much after certain ages. Like, you don't necessarily technically have your entire life to do the things that you want to do. One day, you're not going to be able-bodied. Like, you're just not going to be able to accomplish things the same way. So basically, the longer you wait to make a move, the less opportunities there will be. Like, I love the optimism of, like, yeah, we have our whole lives to live. Like, there's no reason that we should try to rush our way through lives. But at the same time, it's like, stop lying to these people. No, the fuck we don't. No, the hell we don't, bitch. We do not. We do not. We not gonna be 80 being able to do the things that we can do when we're 25. No, we're not, bitch. Okay? It's not like that. And that's okay. We're supposed to age. That's just how it is. But, like, I don't know. Telling someone that they have their whole lives to get something done and to do something allows them to procrastinate and put it off. Like, we're done with that shit. You gotta be done with that shit. You have to be. You have to be. Things take a long time, too, to create sometimes. You know, like what I'm getting? Some processes really take years of time to build up to get to certain points or certain levels and things like that. So it's like, really, when you're waiting, you are cutting your options, really. You're cutting them short. Bitch, why did that card just fall straight into the fucking trash can? Oh, hell nah. I feel like don't be stuck waiting on this one factor. This one thing that you are waiting for to come in. This one thing that you've been craving, that you wanted to take along with you for the ride or something like this. Like, you're going to find that on your path. You're going to get everything you want on your path. The problem, the issue is somebody's not making moves. Somebody's not completing something. Somebody's not reaching their goals because they're procrastinating. They're not doing enough. They're not putting in enough effort. They're not being real with themselves. Honestly, you could do so much more. You have the potential to do so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for or something like this. You don't need to wait for somebody. You don't need somebody else there to complete something. That is setting yourself up for failure. That's setting yourself up to be codependent. I feel like, is it easier maybe to do something or to be consistent with something if you have someone else to be consistent with, or to someone else to hold you accountable for being consistent? Probably, yeah. It probably is a lot easier, but I mean, this is something that you're going to have to motivate yourself on, or something like this. Because obviously, I'm getting in the past, whenever you got close to accomplishing shit, like I said before, there were people who tore you down, who sent you in the wrong direction because of jealousy, pettiness, whatever the fuck. So it's like, this is clearly something that you're going to have to embark on your own. I also feel like the path that you're going to be on is a lot less stressful than what you're making it seem to be right now, or what you're making things, like how you're making it for yourself right now. Things are going to be a lot less stressful. You don't have to worry and stress about something so much. You just have to flow. You just have to let it go. Like, to authentically create something, it comes natural to you, or something like this. Whatever this is, it's going to flow naturally, but you have to allow it to do so. You got to give it the time, the space, the energy, the effort. The consistency. Something does not work without consistency. If you're supposed to be doing something 5 out of the 7 days a week, but you only been doing it 2 or 3 days out of the 7 days a week, and you thinking that's going to cut it, you're wrong. That's just what it is. You have to be strict on yourself. Now, if you set your goals at a lower standard, then you will meet them at that rate. Does that make sense? If to meet your goals, you have to do something 5 out of 7 days a week, and you've only been doing it 3 days a week, you're not going to meet your goal. But if you lower your goal a little bit, and you're starting with the 3 days a week, fine, you're going to meet that goal, right? So then move your goals or something like this. But don't just keep that same goal every single week or something. Like, don't keep it at the same rate. Don't keep the same goal and then never set a new one. Hit that goal and then set another one that's a little bit further, a little bit closer to where you want to end up. You need to think about the end goal too. Like, where do you want to end up? What's the whole point of this? Why are you doing this? Do you even really want where it's going to take you? Is that really where you want to go? Is that where you want to end up? If it's not, then you need to think about that and change that too.